want to sorry me!
You don't do it again!
I want to sorry me! You don't do it again!
They are taking our children away from us.
You're just ripped from your parents like that. My brother was only 2.
A landmark inquiry is currently underway by New South Wales Family and Community Services to address the indisputable crisis of child removals.
I wouldn't classify this as the second stolen generation. I would just simply say the stolen generations have never ended. This is a continuation of 230 years of dispossession and violence and invasion. And what greater violence can you do to a community than taking their kids?
Grassroots organisation Grandmothers Against Removals, or GMAR, believe that the review is long overdue. They have been criticising the current removal system since the group's inception.
It's a backdoor way of the government and the state forcing our children through the process of assimilation, and that for us is cultural genocide.
Many GMAR members have experienced firsthand the tragic repercussions of children being taken and the effects these removals have on the wider Aboriginal community.
Whether we're using drugs, whether they're alcoholics, whatever, we're escaping that hurt and that pain. Like, how do you live? How do you continue on without your babies?
With so many mothers like Helen still having their children taken, perhaps the question is rather, how has Australia continued on with this policy, given our tragic history?
There is a deep cultural problem in family and community services in New South Wales, in society generally, which seems to think it's culturally okay for us to impose our norms upon Aboriginal families, impose our concept of Western nuclear families upon them, and then using those norms walk in and say, well, you're failing our norms and we're going to take your kids off you. And the fact that we don't understand that there are multiple parents often in Aboriginal communities, multiple aunties.
We're all very tight. My mum's brothers and sisters, my mum's mum, all of us, we're one little circle.
So what GMAR's fight is about is bringing our kids home and stopping any more removals of our children. We don't want them just to come home dribs and drabs, 1 or 2 here and there. We want them to come home in the thousands.
Who knows best how to look after Aboriginal kids? Some, university-trained, non-Aboriginal professional, or their mum and dad, their grandparents, their aunties and the elders in their community. Aboriginal people have been looking after their kids in this continent for 60-odd thousand years. That's where the answer lies, and that's why GMAR's call for greater Aboriginal self-determination is one that I've endorsed from day one. That is the answer.
Family to us, what more family is a gift and it's for free and it lasts forever. You can't get that anywhere else. So you're gonna hold on to it and do the best you can with it, right?